There we go.
And we're back. So we were going to talk about drugs, and Roxy was saying something outrageous right before we came back. That she absolutely outrageous.
It's not outrageous.
That she doesn't believe that weed should be legal.
It should be illegal forever.
Why?
Actually, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I take that back. It should be illegal to smoke.
Okay.
Like if people are walking around the streets just smoking weed all willy nilly, what's stopping me from smelling it and catching the contact? And everybody's gonna be fucking high. The birds gonna be high. The bugs gonna be fucking high. That's not the life I want to live.
Contacts aren't real.
They are real. I felt it.
I have never gotten a contact in my life.
Because you smoke weed. You smoke weed. You can't. You're immune.
Contacts are real.
They're not real, yo.
Contacts are real.
These are things that people.
If you're inhaling the smoke, how can you not catch contact?
It's secondhand. It's okay.
Just like smoke, secondhand smoke causes cancer too.
Contact is real.
Cause you to get the silly something terrible. It does.
I've never
caught a headache because I don't like the way. I don't like smoking. Period.
And yes, it does heal, as Dewey was saying. Yes, it may heal. I don't know for sure.
It does.
But it kills cancer.
Put it in a tea bag. Put it in your brownie.
You can put it in. Yo, I just saw a little video the other day about a club essentially of women in California that meet once a month and have a weed infused dinner. And they feel like weed makes them better mothers, and they have like a meeting about it every month.
Nah,
like, no matter how you slice it,
I ain't gonna take it that way.
Well, they're saying like it makes me more patient. I'm a lot calmer. It makes me more creative with the children. I see their points. I mean, and in the sense when you look at it that way, yeah, I guess that does enhance your motherdom. However, I don't think that it's the reason that they're better mothers, but I think it does enhance, like I said, their motherdom.
I mean, I don't smoke weed no more, but
since yesterday,
he just stopped.
Yeah.
No, yo, and I hate when people do that. Like, let me tell you, I have a real problem with people quitting. Mm-hmm. I hate it.
What were you doing the last time you smoked? Don't worry, no one's listening.
But we could go.
Yeah.
Don't do the dance. Shout to him. He's still locked up.
I hate. Why did you quit? Let me ask you that, because I really hate to hear smokers tell me that they like. Nah, I really do. I hate it. Like, it's a pet peeve of mine for people to stop smoking because I don't think it makes sense. So why did you stop?
Smoking's bad.
It just didn't feel like.
It'll drag you down.
Yeah.
How long have you been smoking?
I've been smoking since I was
unusual
19.
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you again?
I'm 25.
I don't understand your reasoning then.
Smoking is bad. Smoke is bad.
Like, when I first started smoking, like I would get mad creative. I would have mad energy. A lot of, it was fun at the time. And then it's just like, now it's just like, all right, I guess I smoke and go to sleep now.
Yeah, friends be like, "Hey, you wanna
you go in and out of the cycles of it."
Or I'll smoke and I'll make a beat or something like that. But I don't necessarily need it as far as the creative aspect because I'm better sober. So,
well, I guess you outgrew it.
Yeah,
essentially.
That's just what it is with me. It's just like I just outgrew it.
I want to know what part of smoking weed is not bad. Isn't it like smoke bad regardless of what's in the paper?
Well, you're not taking in the same chemicals that's in, say, a cigarette.
If you're smoking it in a blunt that you just cut open, the paper has the same chemicals.
Yeah, to an extent. The filter does, but it's still a tobacco leaf. It's not, though, filled with the nicotine, the tar, everything that a cigarette has.
It's been sitting on it for all that time. It still has the remnants of the toxins in the paper.
Only the filter.
That's not true.
Like if you take a backwood, for instance, it's not going to be as bad as like a Rello.
It's not. I'm not saying it's as bad, but it's still bad.
Because a backwood is just the tobacco leaf, whereas it doesn't have the filter paper.
But a lot of people don't do those.
Shit.
I'm about to say, niggas smoke backwood.
I still see people getting regular blunts.
I do too. I mean, I get them because of the sake of price convenience.
Right.
And me personally, I like to smoke the chocolate Rellos just because I enjoy smoking. The act of smoking for me is comforting and it helps me like just chill. So I like it for that. I'm going to it for that. Whereas though if I just want to get high, I'm gonna smoke a backwood or like a bomb or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's about the
I don't know.
experience for me.
But
If I want to sit down and watch a movie, if I want to sit down and listen to some music, like experience an album, it's got to be a Rello so it can last and just I can chill on it.
I feel you on that one though.
Real shit.
But no, I mean, like when you listen to music, I do think like when you under the influence of like weed and stuff like that, it does make like music and movies and stuff like that better because you start to notice certain things that you wouldn't notice on the regular.
Absolutely. It just opens your perception up a bit more because you're in a different place in regards to, I mean, it's like it kind of brings you in. So you're able to sit back and look at things a little more. Whereas so maybe if you're sober, you're a little bit too into like, maybe you're in your head too much right now. You might be thinking about 5-6 things. Whereas though the weed will just get you in a neutral place so you can receive shit better.
Yeah, I don't really have anything against weed itself. It's just the smoke. Like smoke is smoke. Smoke is bad. Just like sitting, like any type of smoke you inhale is bad for you. That people always say that weed is a plant. It's natural, but smoke is bad for you regardless of what you're smoking is natural or not. Smoke is bad. The carbon dioxide is bad for you.
That's true. But
I like it.
it
Put
made
it in
me.
a tea bag. Why don't you just put it in the brownie, a little cookie?
I don't want to just be high. I like to smoke. That's the problem.
That's her thing. Like the actual act of it, not necessarily.
The high is an added bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you imagine what it would be like in a world that it was legal everywhere to just walk around smoking weed? Can you imagine what an apartment building would smell like? Would you want your child walking into those clouds of smoke?
There are no literal clouds of smoke in the hallway.
Yes. It would be if people out in the hallway smoking. If the smoke is coming out all the buildings.
Well, for that reason, they'll never allow it to be that way. Like if it's legal, there's still gonna be regulations. Like alcohol is illegal, you can't drink that on the street all crazy. Like they're still gonna regulate the use, and you would have to use it in a certain way. They wouldn't allow it to become, oh, we gotta make sure we issue children gas masks to get through life because we're now passing this law.
Hey yo. But I mean,
Teaching them how to elbow crawl.
hey, yo. I feel like certain things. Like I feel like if weed wasn't against the law, I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be so hard on it as they are.
I think we're misinformed. It got lumped in with everything else in DARE. When we took DARE, it became one of the other harsh drugs, and it was a gateway drug. And they just, like, it's literally the same things they did to people with alcohol. They made it seem like such a bad thing, and it's prohibition. And then once they,
man, alcohol is kind of bad, though.
Alcohol is horrible. You can die from alcohol. You can't die
I
from
almost
weed.
died from alcohol.
You can smoke so much weed. You can smoke yourself into 50 comas and still be fine. You will never.
I don't know about 50 comas.
I'm just saying. You never. I mean, no, a weed coma is just a nap. A weed coma is a nap. Like today, I fell into a couple of weed comas. So it's like, it's just a nap. Like usually lasts about 3-4 hours. So you can smoke yourself into 50 of those and still be fine. You'll always be okay. But if you drink too much alcohol, you out of here. You can't intake too much. It's like you can't be functional. You can't just go do things. You can't live life. Whereas though weed doesn't do that. It doesn't make you wild and crazy. You're just gonna
that
chill
is
and
facts.
eat some
I've
shit.
never heard of anybody dying from weed.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I've tried both, and I don't like getting drunk anymore, and I don't like smoking weed. I don't like smoke, period. So that didn't last long anyway.
I don't really like getting drunk like that either, but it's cool sometimes. Like sometimes I feel like super dumb when I'm drunk.
I don't mind getting tipsy, but I don't like being drunk.
I don't like being drunk. Yeah, I like being in the in between.
Drunk is like miserable. Like you're like, oh my god.
And then you wake up and you're still drunk and you want to throw up so bad.
And stuff like
you
that.
pray just to throw up.
Even don't.
And you're lying. You're lying every time.
You're lying every time.
But you really mean it when you say it.
When you say it,
you mean it
like
so much.
making a statement like real.
Like, oh my god, I never want to see this shit again.
I hate it.
I hate that. Nah, like, man, it's cool, I guess. In certain situations, like if at a certain level, like if you're gonna drink at a certain level. If you're gonna smoke at a certain level.
Yeah, and I think we would be okay if people would respect people's space. Like even with cigarettes, people don't respect the fact that everybody don't like cigarettes, and they'll smoke it around you. They won't move away from you. They smoke around people's kids. Like no,
right there, it doesn't matter. I was at there was where I was staying in the last couple of days there was this place across the street that had like different places to eat, but it was also vacation places. So on top of it was like little shit with balconies. There were so many people on those balconies smoking, and then like smoking in the middle of it, that the whole place kind of was like an ashtray when we were waiting for our food outside. And it was like, I felt like I was breathing it in, and just thought it was ridiculous because there were people eating outside with their kids and all kind of shit.
That's one thing I didn't really like enjoy about going to Atlanta clubs. It's like you can smoke in the clubs. And being that you can smoke in Atlanta clubs, people smoking weed in the clubs too. Oh. And it's very smoky. I'm in there dying, wheezing.
You got asthma.
I have horrible asthma.
It's like on a cruise. There's a lot of places you can actually smoke cigarettes, and it's crazy because in bars nowadays you can't. No, you can't. But at the little bars or whatever, like you can smoke there.
Yeah, in Atlanta you can smoke at any bar. Maybe not little restaurants, but like a club, like a lounge bar, you can smoke. And people rolling up blunts, they're just doing anything. So I just don't. Yeah. I'll go to a club, I'll die down there.
Yeah.
That's too much.
That's why I'm not really against weed. I don't like smoke.
You're against the smoke.
You don't like the method.
I don't like any smoke.
I mean,
like at a cookout, I will eat inside. I don't like smoke.
Yeah, edibles are cool.
Edibles are cool. I like them. I just, again, like usually I'm only doing it I want to sit down. Like it'll make me start seeing things so much clearer. Like for instance, like if I have a fight with someone and I don't see the error in my ways in that particular moment, later I can sit down and smoke about it, and then everything will be so much clearer. And it's I can decipher everything and figure out, okay, this is exactly what I did wrong.
I like to meditate. And that does that for me.
Meditation is cool.
Yeah, that helps too. But it's like a shortcut.
No, because when I had this, like I had went on like this like probation period or something like that, because we had got caught with some weed in the car. Yeah, right, bad situation. But I couldn't smoke the whole time. I couldn't smoke, so I was just like, all right, maybe I should try this meditation.
Maybe I should try some crack.
Nah.
It's not really a gateway drug. Right, Whitney said it.
I don't really fuck with other drugs. Like, I only fuck with weed. That's the only thing.
See?
But we gonna get to it. But, like, I don't really fuck with other drugs. Like, crack cocaine, no, I can't do all that. But meditation
I just found out that Molly is like a powder. Yeah. And a capsule. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's like a super drug.
I thought it was like a rock.
No, it's a powder.
What is it?
Molly?
It's MDMA.
It's like mixed up. Is it mixed up drugs?
No, basically, I don't know about people buying the street. Some people buy fucked up shit, but Molly is supposed to be MDMA in its purest form. So just straight that. So that's the active ingredient in ecstasy. That's the main thing that makes your brain flood with serotonin. So basically, you're taking just that because E has filler drugs, things that cut it to make it not as potent as Molly is.
Well, if it's more potent than ecstasy, then
it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
ecstasy is bad.
Certain
actually.
Like however you feel when you take it, that's just how you're just gonna be.
Well, no,
for days.
I've never done it to personally know, but I've done a lot of research on it, and because I really wanted to do it, it went really bad. And apparently, I think from my research, it's one of the more natural pills that you could take. It's like closer to something like a weed that does to your body what it already does to itself. So weed will flood your brain with dopamine. Your brain already makes that if you are going through certain things. So like if you're having an orgasm, your brain will flood with dopamine, shit like that. So a similar thing with serotonin. Serotonin governs your happy feelings. So that's the parts of you that makes you excited.
It did not make me happy.
Things like that. Well, some people have bad trips, and usually
I tried it twice.
That's when there's more filler drugs or something like that that don't react well with the MDMA. Usually that's when people have bad trip.
For my friends, however you feel when you take it, that's how you're gonna feel. If you're happy when you take it, you're gonna be happy for days. Mm-hmm. If you're excited when you take it, you're gonna be excited for days. If you're horny, you're gonna be horny
for days.
But of course, I was nervous when I took it.
What are you talking about?
E-pills.
Oh, okay. Okay, continue.
I was nervous as shit when I took it, so I was like on fucking edge for like 2 days.
I think
like, and you are so numb, you can't feel anything. I don't even think. I couldn't even pee. I didn't pee for 2 days.
That doesn't sound like you got something that was more MDMA than anything
else. All
I
know is that I could not pee. I could not feel my body. I was warm on the inside.
Let me tell you how you have an opposite experience. My brother used to take E, right? Actually, it was taking E that led my brother to having his religious epiphany that made him the Christian he is today. So there was this one time he literally, they had him and his friends, they had this crazy religious epiphany, like the sky opened up for them and like all kind of shit happened. But this one time they were rolling and they were just, wherever in a park or something like that. And one of his friends was walking. He was like walking in slow motion. It was funny. The whole story is funny. But my brother said he had this moment where he mistakenly brushed against his arm. He touched his arm and it just felt like, he said that he never felt anything like it in his life. It just felt so good to touch his arm. Yeah. And he just started he was like, telling his friends, like, yo, touch your arm. Touch your arm.
It is like that,
though. Just like, yo, they said it feels great. Like to the touch of your skin.
The touch of anything.
It's just enhanced on another level.
Like, what is this? What fabric is this?
Yeah.
Hey, yo. What is that?
But I'm like so glad that I did not have a good experience because I never again.
I really wanted to try it. I just have never gotten around to it. And I feel like at this point I might be too far gone. I'm about to be like 29 and old and shit. So
I was real super young when I did this.
A good friend of mine said, if it ain't green, it ain't right.
No pills and powders.
They can make it green.
If it grows in the ground, it's probably okay.
No, we don't want to make it green.
Except for those little strawberries that grow in people's backyard. Those are not okay.
What? What's that?
They're like little poison strawberries.
Oh, no, we talk about drugs.
Oh, okay.
Talking about drugs.
Like, I would fuck
there was these berries.
I would fuck with shrooms. I just haven't yet.
There's these berries that used to grow on my mother's tree, and if you eat them while they're not ripe, they make you hallucinate.
What kind of berries?
I forgot what they called. They look like blackberries. Some are black and some of them are red. And if you eat them and they're still white, you hallucinate.
Like, what kind? I wonder. See, that type of stuff fascinates me. I don't know what it is about drugs that makes me completely fascinated with their effects that they have on people. So
it's probably
I'll literally just look them up and like get lost for hours and find out like people's experiences with
you
them.
Like the fact of how it alters perceptions.
I like in fantasy worlds and shit. So
do you know anybody that sniffs products like glue?
Have you ever heard of DMT?
No. Yes, I've heard of DMT.
DMT.
Yes.
That, I swear to God, that's one drug that I'm super curious about, but I would never be able to ever do it because, like, how do you even find that shit?
What is it?
It's apparently a drug that takes you to another dimension because everyone explains a similar experience. It's like these little people that come and they're so happy to see you, and like they take you to these places. It takes you to Oz. It takes you to some other shit. Now, I can't remember simply because
is there a yellow brick road?
This was a while ago. I'll try to find it. But I read an article where, based on like scientific research, essentially it kind of links it to the pineal gland, and it makes you essentially, it does the same things to it that an open pineal gland would do in regards to its activity. So it's as if you are opening your third eye, in a layman's terms. So the experiences that people talk about,
but they all feel like little people.
Yeah.
This sounds like ours. It
all
sounds
different,
like
different dimensions, all different kind of. It's hard to describe right now without the information fresh to me.
They like literally march you to this place.
Yeah, and it's crazy because it never lasts.
It sounds
too
like
long.
us. Follow the yellow brick road. That's what it sounds like.
They weren't Oompa Loompas, but they speak some other kind of language like that you can't really necessarily hear, but you understand in your head.
You follow them?
They talk to you and you can't hear them out loud, but you hear them in your head.
How they talking to you?
Come with me.
They communicate with you through your head.
They telepathically communicate with you.
Real shit. Telepaths.
Oh,
like The Shining.
Hey, yo, no, but on some other shit, when you read about it, I swear, it made me excited. I was like, yo, I would want to have this.
They shine you.
But I would never be able to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I mean, I did kind of want to check this Oz place out.
It sounds like something that you want to see. Like, because the way they describe it is like, bruh, I need to see this shit.
Your brain naturally produces DMT though.
If they tell me that I can find a scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion, I'm with the shits.
I'm with the shits.
They have sensory deprivation, whatever, tanks that make you like deprive your senses so that you can hallucinate and things like that. And you like have experiences similar to being on LSD.
I seen them.
I would do that.
No, that's creep.
No, because they put you pretty much in like a tank where you don't have access to any of your senses, and it's taking LSD without taking it.
You're shutting me in a tank with no lights. That's too much like a casket. That's creep. I don't want to do it.
You're not in the ground. You know it.
Nope.
So, okay.
I would do that.
And I don't have access to any of my senses. I can't hear nothing either.
You don't need to.
No, I do.
Even if you talk, you can't hear yourself.
Suppose something going on outside. They're like, all right, he in the tank now. Lock him in there. I don't like that.
You're not supposed to think about that. You're just supposed to be there. I would do
Or
it.
suppose I'm in there with my girl or something like that.
With your girl? Why would you ever be in there with your girl?
Listen. Suppose me and my girl or whatever supposed to be trying these tanks or whatever, and I get in there and she act like she getting in there, but she not really getting there, and I get in there and I'm in there and she out and she getting rocked right there while I'm right there in that tank. I don't like stuff like
Who
that.
thinks of that?
I don't like stuff
Who
like
thinks
that.
of that?
That's your concern?
Yes, these are my
That's
concerns.
kind of like this is
Just so you can fucking another
Exactly.
nigga while I don't have no fucking senses.
Exactly.
she getting her senses fucked up.
Exactly. I don't like it.
Ah. It's a TV show I was watching. I never really finished it, but they put your body in like this little tank, and it sends like a digital clone to you of you. I don't know, it's not. It's a real clone. They send a clone of you anywhere you want to go. It's like taking a vacation without going. It's like,
I think I've seen that somewhere.
and they send you on vacation. Your body gets to experience all these things. Like you can have sex with people. You can do drugs. You can do everything, but it's not really you. It's a clone of you.
That's fucking amazing.
But when it comes back, like you have all these memories, like you actually did it.
That's amazing. You know what? I'd be down for that. That's
No
pretty
STDs, no cancer.
awesome. Really? You get all the
You
benefits.
get to experience everything. With
Do you feel it? Like,
Can you
I
get
think
killed
so.
though? What happens if
when
the
you
clone
get
gets
killed, it just ends.
So you don't die?
Yeah, because the dude, he went somewhere and his body got shot and it just like deteriorated. And he woke up.
Damn, I was gonna say, because what if you wake up with the wound
What
and
if the
shit?
dude that shot you be like,
Yo, imagine how much you would fuck up somebody's head. with
Like you
that.
can even go back in time and shit. You can do anything. Go anywhere.
Oh my god, that's
that is
amazing.
weird.
Is it real? Does that really?
No, it's like a movie. I mean, TV
Oh.
show. They was like in the future.
I'm about to say.
I was about
wait,
to
can
say.
I imagine? I'm like, how much do I need to say?
It's such a situation.
Yeah, it's how they
Like
take
Birdman.
vacations in the future. It falls
That's-
forever.
I
Like.
hope that I'm alive for that.
Rubs hands like Birdman.
I'm
What?
gonna be looking out for that news. But tell them how they can find you guys.
You can find me on Instagram, SoundCloud, Facebook, MySpace, all that. Not really MySpace. I just said it.
Christian Mingle.
Christian
shit?
Mingle,
Tinder.
all that. Black people meet, white people meet, Asian people meet, all that.
FarmersOnly.com.
FarmersOnly.com on there too. At Dewey
Wow.
Low. At Dewey Low.
Pitchfork.
DOOWYLLOAT.
You can just Google Roxy Major and all of my networks will show up. Roxy with 2 I's and Major with 2 R's.
Swag.
Yeah. And you can find me, Spunky Rooster with 2 Y's, pretty much just on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. I talk there once in a while. Of course, we thank you guys for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to share some things with y'all. I've been sipping Jack this whole time.
She drank that whole bottle. Look at it.
Like almost. It wasn't completely full.
Jack Daniels.
I had
sponsor
like,
us.
yeah,
It was full.
you know.
If we got
And when
Jack
she's
Daniels
drinking now, that's
sponsor,
mostly
oh my
ice when she's
Yo,
drinking
I
now.
drink it like almost every week. We need a Jack
So
Daniels
much
sponsor.
Jack.
So holla at them.
So
Hey, yo,
much
if
Jack.
damn Daniel can get some Vans, let me get some Jack.
Damn, you got Vans?
Yo, that nigga got a Ellen episode and he got a lifetime supply of Vans.
Really?
The sponsor.
Damn, Daniel. Back at it
Mhm.
again.
With the white vans.
Rapist glasses.
They are not rapist glasses.
If you shave your face and wear those glasses, you are gonna look like a rapist.
How blind are you?
Sure.
Oh,
You
you're not
can't
that
have
blind.
no facial hair and wear glasses like that.
Nah, rapists have just the
They don't have
just
nothing.
the Chester. They got
No.
the Chester.
They have.
They have these glasses in a trench coat and all white Reeboks.
No.
In a white van.
No.
Someone told me they saw a white van one time. It was just completely nondescript, and on the back it said "free candy."
Free puppies.
Yeah,
Come get me.
Daniel.
If it
Run.
Yeah, run
no,
from that
it
bitch.
say I'll
That's
listen
a
to your
trafficking.
mixtape.
Yeah. Damn, Chester.
Come inside for a free listening party for your mixtape.
That's how you get all the rappers out the streets. I'll listen to your mixtape.
I'll listen to your mixtape. Yo, for real? I'm in there. Damn, Chester. Back at it again with the white van.
Last scene pushing his mixtape.
It's terrible. Hey, yo.
All right, y'all. As always, God bless. Good night, like they say. We holla.
Dab.